and welcome to the city of Birmingham. Located in the heart of England, it's a city that for a 27th consecutive year is playing host to the Yonex All England Championships. And this is the 110th edition of this tournament, which makes it the oldest and most prestigious international tournament in the sport of badminton. And this is the second session on quarterfinals day and 5 matches for you this evening. And we'll be starting with men's doubles, and GIDEON and SUKAMULJO, the current world number ones and 2-time former champions, are up against last year's beaten finalists Aaron CHIA and SOH. Then it's women's singles and 2 former world number ones, Carolina Marin, the reigning Olympic champion and 2015 winner here, up against Akane Yamaguchi, the beaten finalist from 2 years ago. Then is men's doubles and an all-European clash. The Olympic bronze medalists Marcus Ellis and Chris Langridge up against the All England champions from 4 years ago, Ivanov and Sozonov. Then is women's doubles and 2 pairs who each won 4 World Tour titles last year, Fukushima and Hirota, former world number ones and 3 times World Championship silver medalists, up against Kim So-young and Kong Hee-young. Then we finish with women's singles and Pornpui Chorchuwong of Thailand, winner of the recent Spain Masters 300 event, up against Tai Su-ying, the former world number one and 2-time former champion. Well, as the All England is part of the HSBC BWF World Tour, the trophy which will be presented to all the winners of the World Tour finals in Guangzhou is displayed at each event, brought into the stadium this evening by Jan Gittins, volunteer from the media centre. And it really is a magnificent trophy, isn't it? Well, with men's doubles being our first quarter-final this evening, a chance for us to look at the men's doubles draw from quarter-final stage. Just 5 seeds, 2 only in the bottom half of the draw, 7 different nationalities, which makes it the most diverse of all 5 disciplines, along with mixed doubles. Now, as you can see, the number 7 seeds, Li Yang and Wang Qilin, have already got through to the semi-final stage. And we are about to find out who they will play in tomorrow's semi-final. So here come the players, led out by Marcus Fernaldi-Gideon. And as you can see, this will be a 6th meeting between these 2 pairs. And if you're a Malaysian fan, that's a little ominous, isn't it? Because all previous 6 encounters won by the current world number ones. The last time they met was in the final of the Asia Men's Team Championships in Manila, 22-20, 21-16 in the Philippine capital in 30 minutes. So as far as Marcus Fernaldi-Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO are concerned, they on a quest to win a 3rd All-England title. This, in fact, is the 3rd consecutive year they've been the number 1 seeds at this event. Last year, as 2-time defending champions, they lost in the very first round. Their opponents capitalised on that a year ago.
And a red and a black.
Getting through to the final.
Red for you.
Henrik Boas Olsen, our umpire for this one.
Red, serve. Will serve. Kevin serve.
And the Indonesians won the toss and chosen to serve. And that perhaps just emphasises the point we've been making all week, that there is very little drift in this magnificent arena. Marcus Fernaldi-Gideon turned 29 on Monday, 5 days ago, and he and his partner are enjoying their 141st week in total as world number ones, making their 6th consecutive appearance at the All England Championships as a pair. But Gideon did actually reach the semi-final with his previous partner, Marcus Kido, back in 2014. Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO is the younger of the 2 men, 24 years of age, born in Banyuwangi, the easternmost end of Java. And already this year they've enjoyed success, because at the Indonesian Masters they won a 3rd consecutive title at that particular tournament, and a 6th consecutive tournament won in Istora Senayan. Well, they had their problems, as you can see, in the first round against a pair promoted from the reserve list, Ho Shu and Yakora from Canada. 3 games there, but didn't they bounce back well in the second round? Wu Zhuan-Yi and the current Olympic champion, Zhang Nan, in the second round, and just 23 minutes for that victory in 2 straight games. So to the number 8 seeds, and Aaron CHIA, who turned 23 last month on the 24th of February to be precise. Born in the ancient city of Malacca, and they actually went down 2 places in the world ranking this week, down to number 10, down from their career high of 8, having spent a total of 11 weeks across 2 different spells at number 8 in the world. So he is 22 years of age, born in the Malaysian capital of Kuala Lumpur. And they've had a couple of semi-finals this year, the Indonesian Masters and the Spain Masters. And as you can see, both of their previous matches so far have been in 2 straight games. If you were with us yesterday, you will have certainly enjoyed that match against Lu Qingyao and Yang Po-han, the left-hander. Actually had to save 2 game points in that opening game before winning 24-22. So as I was telling you, Henrik Boas Olsen of Denmark is our umpire for this one, and Gavin Smith from England, the service judge. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that sitting alongside me is a former Danish head coach, Steen Pedersen, and of course the head-to-head Steen suggests that the Indonesians are overwhelming favourites for this.
Malaysia. Yeah, I tend to agree with the head-to-heads, but I think Aaron CHIA and SOH, they've become better.
And
so,
on my left,
maybe they can challenge GIDEON and SUKAMULJO.
SUKAMULJO, Indonesia.
Reached the final last year in the stadium, and that should help them just a little bit.
SUKAMULJO to serve, to Suboy Ik, Lavol, play.
So the 2-time former champions in the all-white kit nearest to us getting this quarter-final underway. We ought to mention the all-white kit because Yonex, the title sponsors, have produced anniversary kits for their top players. This being the 110th edition. All-white kit with the Yonex colours of that wonderful spring green colour and the royal blue as well, and doesn't it look smart? They're only going to wear this kit for this tournament, and you can only buy replica kit at this event, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. We might see Yonex players wearing other than white, but then it will be because they play Yonex players in white and are not allowed to play in same colour.
No, that's a BWF rule. Opponents must be in significantly different coloured kit.
Oh, 6 over 3-2.
That's a lovely change of pace from Aaron CHIA. Well, just going back to your point, Steen, about the fact that the Malaysians have improved, well, over the last 12 months. The big breakthrough was at this tournament a year ago. But I think in the last 12 months that there have been occasions where we've seen the Indonesians perhaps getting a little bit nervous and not dominate the way that they have done. I know that sounds silly considering that last year they were in 9 tournament finals, winning 8 titles. 1 title less than they won in 2018, having been in 10 finals, winning 9 of them. But there have been signs that they're not dominating quite as much.
Yeah, they have, but it's mostly in the big championship events, World Championships, Super Series finals, and
last year's All England.
Yeah, last year's All England as well. So this is definitely not a a stadium that's sort of tailored to GIDEON and SUKAMULJO. But given that they have won All England, then I don't think it's that significant. I'm a little bit more interested to see whether the lack of form that we've seen with some of the Indonesian male players, whether that also transforms to GIDEON and SUKAMULJO.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, it was a nice idea, but well wide.
6.
Yes, of course, you're referring to the two-seeded players in the men's singles, Anthony Ginting and Jonathan Christie, going out in the first round.
Yeah, and Rustavito going out in the second to Rasmus Gemke, and then yesterday where we saw Alfian and Arianto lose their first ever match to Chris Langridge and Marcus Ellis.
Yeah. It's a little lucky, isn't it, from Marcus Finaldi Gideon.
Serves over. 7-6.
Oh, gosh, that was well left. He looked so casual about that, didn't he?
Over 7-all.
Well, there's certainly some Indonesian fans in the arena here this evening. He's so quick at the net. SUKAMULJO.
8-7.
Yeah, and that's perhaps what's been the problem so far for CHIA and Su, that they're very similar in playing styles or skill set, I should say, to GIDEON and SUKAMULJO. I know the SUKAMULJO's got excess skills, but excellent shuttle control and quick on their feet, fast racket movements and so on. It just seems that so far the Indonesians have been just a little better than the Malaysians when it came to a meeting between these two pairs.
That's delightful. What great skill and disguise from the back of the court from Gideon.
9-8. Serves over. 9-all.
It was a short lift and it got what it deserved. Yeah, it was definitely wide. Yeah, good call, line judge.
Oh, that's a fantastic interception.
11-9.
Yeah, then this is the next one. Well, I'm sure that shuttle had gone past him when he intercepted it with a round-the-head action. But it is a 2-point advantage for last year's beaten finalists, Nara Chart and So Lee.
Ya, yuk agak follow kalau misalnya dibuka dia kan
kamu
satu mati kan yuk ikut dekat situ ya. Anticipate kalau sekarang dia ada tukar ya, ada tukar panjang-panjang terus, nah yuk anticipate itunya. So far posisinya kalau mau buka
Court 1, 20 seconds.
silang aja buka.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
Sama kualitas defense-nya pola. Tembak jangan naik itu. Ada dia.
Gary Bernardi, Indonesian coach.
11. 11-9. Play.
Well, the Indonesian coach, Steen, appeared to be saying something about crossing the shuttle. He was certainly pointing to the cross court. Whether that was about lifts, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there he is, still pointing.
He's always pointing. He's always pointing in some direction.
Oh, fault called, yeah. Good call.
12-10.
Good rally. Off, going for the disguised drop shot, but not making it. I got the sense at the beginning of that rally, Steen, that SUKAMULJO was getting a little frustrated that he seemed to be cut out of the rally.
Yeah.
Nothing was coming in his direction. But that's good tactics, presumably,
It
from
is.
the Malaysians.
It's exactly what I would advise them to do.
Oh, my goodness, I don't believe it. Well, I don't think that SUKAMULJO needed to have played that kill. He did, and it came back. Watch this. That was going well wide.
This is where the Malaysians have to be careful now. Where in the sense that the Indonesians are out to win a streak of points, so they really got to stop them. It would definitely take its toll down now.
13-all.
It's very good work by GIDEON at the front of the court. Full stretch there, keeping the shuttle going in a downward direction. Oh,
That's well played.
that is good.
14-13.
Miss it. Can't afford to hit anything loose at the front of the court, because this man, SUKAMULJO, will put it away with venom. Concerning, Steen, that he's got so much strapping on his right shoulder, SUKAMULJO.
Yeah, because we don't know whether it's just precautions or he's not feeling well. But so far, I don't think. There he's. I don't know. I don't think there's anything. I think it's a precaution.
Yeah.
But again,
14.
sparking the speculations whether the Indonesians are in some sort of little bit of a tougher training period here, having Thomas Cup ahead in May and the Olympics later on.
Oh, brilliant. Utterly brilliant.
Challenges scored in.
Well, first challenge of the evening session. Malaysians thought it was long. No, it was clearly in.
Yeah.
That's a wasted challenge.
And I would
Challenge
say
unsuccessful.
it's bad news for the Malaysians, because if they get closer to, or they do get closer, they all the time get closer to the end of this first game, and
15.
I think they would need a little cushion. I think GIDEON and SUKAMULJO might be stronger in tight situations.
15.
Well, you simply can't afford to make an error on the return of serve at this stage of a game.
And he's lifting his left arm a lot, Marcus Gideon, when he's serving.
Oh, it's landed well. Oh, it's long. Well, it's called long, but the Indonesians are challenging.
I looked mostly at the sideline. I didn't really pay enough attention on the back line, but I think we've had good linesmen here. Let's see if that holds up.
Clearly in, you see, Steve.
Yeah.
What a great challenge.
19-15, play.
4 straight points. 5 straight points from 15 all to game point opportunities.
20.
Yeah, and from 10-13 to 20-15.
Yeah.
So 10 of the last 12 points.
Yeah.
Serves over.
They're really, really
16,
dangerous
20.
when they find their rhythm. Gideon and SUKAMULJO.
17-20.
There was no chance he was ever going to take the safe choice on that one, was there?
No. That's what makes him so much
Hey,
fun
that's
to
mine.
watch.
That's mine, that one.
Oh, yes, good return of serve and the opening game to the 2-time former champions, Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO. 21-17, the opening game in 14 minutes. And they really were impressive, that second half of the game.
Kalau Sinyo di depan, kalau kamu di depan, itu jangan terus paku tuh, dia baca bolanya, dia gerak. Dia kalau sama kamu agak berani naruh finishing. Awal-awal kena terus nggak sama kamu. Dorong aja, dorong balikannya jagain, dorong balik jagain. Jangan puls itu terus sekali-sekali. Kecuali datangnya bolanya cepat nggak apa-apa. Kamu agak mundur aja.
I don't know about the lens on that camera there, but that bicep looks quite big on Kevin SUKAMULJO.
Kiri ya. Kamu buka silang aja. Suruh main. Satu, kedua atau defense-nya pola, ditembak di drive panjang tuh dia nggak
Atau macam bagi HPP-nya dia pakai dia kayak sedikit kalau receiving-nya dia yang terlalu soft, agak panjang. Kalau GIDEON agak panjang sedikit, dia aktif dekat situ nih. Ya, yang ini udah oke, cuma pertukaran itu lepas fokusnya. Ya, satu lagi dia dengan barusan ada main konsep itu sama. Main tenang, saya udah belakang, jangan lupa. Tadi thAaron dengan dia punya itu bisa lepas itu kan. Main adu ininya aja rata. Ya, yang tadi betul.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, it's always a question. You were talking the other day, Steen, about it's not just a question of the coaches giving tactics for their players to try and implement. It's whether you can actually implement those ideal tactics. And it just occurs to me that this is a perfect example because, you know, SUKAMULJO is so fast at the net, and you can talk about cutting him out of the game and so on, but quite frankly, half the time you can't because he's so quick, he makes himself get involved in the game.
Yeah, and also sometimes the players say, hey, I know what we discussed. I remember what we discussed, but in the rally, I just happened to do the other thing anyway. So a lot of the replies are automatic. It's what they practice day in and day out. And sometimes it's not enough to say, try something else, because it's so deep in your mindset that you simply can't change it, even if you like to.
Yes, because it's just instinctive, because you've done it so many times before.
Yeah. So it's also why sometimes it's important to get your head out of your body's way, that you think too much and prevent your body to do what it's trained to do.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Serves over.
But
2-3.
I can't really see what the Malaysians are trying to do. And
Tactically, you mean?
yeah, that might say more about me than the Malaysians.
Serves over. 4-2.
Yeah, just wide. Oh, that's well worked. Well, there didn't seem to be any problem with the power on the smash there from SUKAMULJO.
No.
3-4.
If there were, then sort of that's a good work. Wow, that's fantastic.
Wonderful. He's just a joy to watch, isn't he? Because he's just, you just never know what to expect from him.
Exactly. So, even if he should be a little bit affected by that shoulder strapping, then
Serves over.
I guess you'd rather want half a SUKAMULJO than a full anybody else.
Yes.
Still.
What a rally. Terrific racket work on that final shot from Aaron Chia.
6.
Terrible by SUKAMULJO that he didn't get that one. He's hitting behind his back.
He went from his deep forehand corner to playing from his backhand side, mid-court, and playing it forehand. Look at that. Most players would have to play that backhand.
You know what I think about Mr. Ravi? I think he's preparing in practice for the Olympics, for the Musashino Forest Sports Arena, where the Olympics are hopefully going to be staged later in the summer. A little bit of slow playing conditions, so.
Well, it was called out, and the Indonesians thought it was in.
Yeah.
Challenge was immediate.
Yeah, that was also my feeling that it stayed in.
Yeah, you were right.
Correction.
The Indonesians were right. They've challenged twice, one in each game so far, and they've been right both times.
Serves over. 6-7. Play.
Yeah, too flat.
7-all.
Oh, I don't believe that.
That's well placed.
Well, it was a terrific return of serve. How on earth did SUKAMULJO get that back? Oh, that's just ridiculous. Amazing.
Oh! Serves over. 8-all.
Doesn't go half measures when he's putting the shuttle away, does he?
9-8.
No way that was coming back.
10-8.
He generates so much power that even though Aaron CHIA has his racket on it, he can't do anything but block it.
Marcus Finale Gideon challenges called out.
So, another challenge. They thought that was the perfect serve. So, if it is a perfect serve, the mid-game interval will only start once Hawkeye has adjudicated. It was a perfect serve, just caught the line.
Correction in.
So, on a run of 4 straight points, they go to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage.
Interval.
Dia panjangin, agak nyerang, dia pembukanya nggak
And this is one of the situations
Oke,
where
dorong aja.
Hawkeye
Sekali.
probably
Mau dicendal,
always will overrule the service judge. I think all service judge or the service line judge,
Terus udah gitu
because I
kalau
think
ingat
all
dia
service line judge would call this short.
arahnya kemana.
Because it's just a tiny, tiny little bit
Yeah.
catches the
Ya,
line.
pegang terus
So I
Kevin.
think
Terus saya
would
kontrol.
call it short.
Makan sini, di belakang lagi. Memang kan dekat ini dimainkan belakang.
Yeah, don't try and hit it through. Sukamuljo, get it over his head.
Court 1:20 seconds.
I've no idea if that's really what Paulus was saying, but yeah, from his gestures, seemed to be the gist.
11-8. Play. Serves over.
Well, it's never dull when he's on court.
No, and it's not only the things that he does; it's the pace he's doing it in.
Yeah.
Go! 10-11.
Oh my goodness.
Serves over. 12-10.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Okay, so what if it's really, really difficult to get it back to Gideon? What they're trying to do, get the defense back to Gideon,
Serves over.
right?
11.
It's almost impossible because SUKAMULJO is intercepting. So that's difficult. So what about the other thing? What about what you were saying and do the opposite and say, oh, try to go through SUKAMULJO and see if he can make all of these winners, because he's making winners anyway. Maybe it's a suicide.
Yeah.
Suicide suggestion.
Serves over.
Yeah, I don't know.
13-11.
No, it's well judged.
But right now he's sort of like dominating not only the front court, but the first 2/3 of the court.
Oh, good defence, tricky defence, and doesn't follow it up.
14-11.
That
Yeah.
top spin on that backhand defensive shot, creating the disguise. Yeah, well taken this time by Gideon.
And he's actually done well today, Gideon, in my opinion. We haven't talked a lot about him, but that's positive. That means he's played well.
Serves over. 12-15.
It's not his job to make all the spectacular shots. Beautiful winners. It's his job to set up his partner.
Oh, goodness, swings when could hear the sound of the shuttle off the racket. Totally different sound.
16-12.
Oh, good block. Oops.
Good shot.
Yeah, nice angle.
13-16.
Excellent shot.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's your answer if you try and go through him, Steve.
No, because they're still playing.
Whoops, again, my goodness. Yeah, gets the thumbs up from Coach Harry. Longest rally of the match so far.
13.
Wasn't even watching as he played that final shot. Oh, that's just outrageous. You've got to love it though, haven't you?
Serves over. 14-17.
Oh yes, there's a lovely defensive shot from Soh-Woo Yeek.
15-17.
Well taken by Gideon. 3-point advantage.
18-15.
And 3 points away from closing out this quarter-final match.
I was trying to think about whether I could find another player who's been as entertaining to watch in men's doubles as Kevin SUKAMULJO. And I couldn't think of one. The only one I remotely could think of was Sigrid Budiato,
Yep.
which happens to be, or some years ago, SUKAMULJO stated that it was his great idol.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Serves over. 16-19.
And in many ways, it's refreshing that they have yet to win the World Championships and perhaps the Olympics, because, I mean, then the story continues that they're still missing those. I think they will get them eventually.
Match point.
Match
16.
point opportunities for the two-time former champions.
Serves over. 17-20.
Oh, that's a good shot.
That's wonderful.
18-20.
SUKAMULJO expecting the drop shot, but not expecting it cross-court.
Fault receiver, foot.
Oh, Fault receiver moved before the serve was struck. Well, you can't appeal against it. Yeah, that's a good spot. Just 1 point the deficit now. Match point opportunity. The two-time former champions, Marcus Finaldi-Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO, close out this quarter-final against last year's beaten finalists Aaron CHIA and So Wee Ik. 21-17, 21-19. In a match lasting 31 minutes. Well, as we've been saying, they are hugely entertaining to watch, Gideon and SUKAMULJO. And through to a third semi-final here at the All England Championships. And the only two previous times that they've been in the semi-final, they've actually gone on to win the title. I do love the spotlight. I always think they get better and better as the tournament goes on, and they're on the #1 court and the world is watching. They just get better and better. So 21-17, 21-19, and they'll play Li Yang and Wang Qilin in tomorrow's semi-final.